Hi, this is Dollar Day Trader with my trading recap for Monday, November 29th, 2021. I had tweeted earlier that I would do potentially a recap, but I wanted to keep my word. We're late into or early into Tuesday morning, so it's really late, so I'll try to be brief. And I'm just doing this recap, not just to just do a recap, but for it to be educational for anyone who would like to trade leverage ETFs such as TNA, which is the three times leverage ETF that follows the IWM, which is ETF that follows the Russell 2000 index, small cap index. So going into it, as we see here early in this trade, I had sold some swings I had bought on Friday. I wasn't trading at my computer, so I was on my phone. But anyway, it had swung some shares over the weekend and sold on this pop. We had a pretty big pop in the pre-market. And then I made a mistake here of buying too much early on. And one thing before I forget, so this is a pre-market level here. We see this extended wick kind of come up and get pulled back, so it's kind of bearish signal. I should have been more patient here, and I bought I didn't buy heavy shares, but I just bought too many times, and that wasn't really great, even though I scalped here. We do see some volume start to pop a little bit. We see a hammer for reversal. I continued to buy, then I scalped. And then we made a higher low, so we couldn't even make a double bottom, which is a very bullish signal that we potentially have more to run. And then kept selling, and we kept running up straight here, which was pretty strong. And then I bought a few more, either to sell intraday or just get prepared for another swing into tomorrow. So that was my TNA trade. Really wasn't great. It's probably like a C trading there because this was pretty bad, but this area was really good. This was quite a drop from $90 to 84. So one thing I want to show, and I won't probably go into too much detail, but just kind of maybe a preview, and maybe I can explain it as I work through it and get more acclimated myself on the next tab here, is looking at the IWM. So kind of a lot going on here. So IWM, like I said, TNA and IWM follow each other, or the TNA follows IWM, except it's three times that. So we see a similar pattern, rejection at the open from the pre-market level. We go down, we see the same formation, like a W formation here, higher low. Now the one thing I wanted to introduce as I try to become more proficient at this is looking at option flow. As we can see here, we opened up around 226, let's say, rounding. And this is the option flow at certain time intervals. So at 9:35, I kind of let it settle and see where the option calls or puts are coming. And this is for options that expired today. We see that the most options are happening at call side at 229, 230. And the put side around 216, 217. So kind of away from everything. So kind of just wait and see what happens and see what the market's doing. It's gravitating towards around this 222, 221.50 area. And what happens is we get towards 9:35, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:30. We start to see we're obviously going down, so we're going to look to the put side, which puts our bearish options. People make bearish calls, buy puts. We see the volume picking up here, and we see here around this 222 is like the most volume being done around 9:45 and 10 o'clock. This treats as kind of like a wall, and what happens is, and I'm not an expert in this, but from my understanding, these are dealers or market makers selling these puts, and there's a premium attached to it. So if it goes below that, you're paying a premium to the buyers, and we don't want that in this case. And so we have kind of like a protective bottom here, which is kind of cool. It's not always as straightforward, but sometimes it is. And of course, you can see here we kind of dip below 222, we bounce right up, and then we make a higher low. So that's another indication that this is hold and serve. And here is a screenshot of one of my option trades I did, and I didn't do that great because I sold too quickly. You can see here the best bet would have been to wait until the pullback, if this was truly a bottom, see if it's a double bottom or even a higher low, which is great. And I bought a pretty good entry here. What I did is I sold too soon. That was my fault. So it went from, I think, 164. I bought it, and I could have went up to over $2, which would have been an awesome return. So that's the power of options there. So anyway, that's just a quick glimpse into option flow when it comes to daily trading. to use option flow to help you with your day trades or option trades in this case. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving and hope everyone has a good week. And I'll keep kind of talking about this and hopefully can educate not only myself and get better at it, but then anyone who's interested in these instruments. Hope everyone has a good day and good night, and I'll talk to you later.